There's a shooting at the Macy's in the mall. Hurting. There's people wounded on the floor.
Everybody get out of here. He's gonna go.
If we need some more people inside to help clear the rest of this building, we're finding more victims.
I don't want to be crass, but I know dead when I see dead.
He's a loner. He never really had a lot of friends.
Did you enjoy it?
Okay.
What about it did you enjoy?
Just the killing part.
In 2016, terror erupts at the Cascade Mall in Burlington, Washington, as a gunman opens fire in a ruthless act of carnage. Authorities respond in force, but by the time they arrive, he's already gone. What follows is the relentless pursuit of a killer hiding among an unsuspecting public, culminating in a bone-chilling confession that exposes the cold, calculated mind behind an unspeakable massacre. The following is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before. Please note that while some of the following CCTV footage is intense, it does not show anyone being physically harmed or injured. In the early evening hours of September 23, 2016, the Cascade Mall is filled with its typical crowd of families, young children, and casual shoppers. What none of them realize is that a calculated predator walks among them, whose deadly intentions are about to turn their quiet night out into a waking nightmare. Just before 7 p.m., the first 911 calls began flooding in.
Sketch 911, what is your
Open at JCS. So what happened with JCS is very unlucky. Is that I think he had a lot of troubles with his uploads and shit like that, and behind the scenes shit we don't really know about. And it made his uploads less consistent, and they couldn't really learn and make the videos kind of even better. And it actually kind of got worse somehow. And it's just unfortunate that a lot of channels are now doing better. But we're inspired by him, which really sucks, I think.
There's a shooting at the Macy's in the mall. Hurting.
I'm sorry, what's going on?
There's a shooting at the Macy's in the mall.
Okay. Whereabouts at the mall? Whereabouts at the mall?
At the Macy's, the women's department.
Okay, ma'am, are you safe where you're at?
No, I don't know.
Where are you at?
Do you see the person or a vehicle?
I saw him inside. There's people wounded on the floor.
The response from local law enforcement is both swift and overwhelming.
Yo, if you're an operator and you get mad at people, buddy, you should get fired. You should be zero instance of that ever. You can't
with
get
more
mad
than
at people.
200 officers from 27 agencies converging on the scene. Believing an armed suspect might still be inside, officers in full gear move into the mall. Inside, they're met with the tragic aftermath of unspeakable violence.
2-5 Cascade, I've got 2 victims down bleeding in the makeup section.
XQc 2 victims in the makeup section.
2-5, I got 1 rifle left in this area. 1 at Cascade, and 1 down.
3rd victim.
If we need some more people inside to help clear the rest of this building, we're finding more victims.
With the possibility of an active shooter still inside, paramedics are unable to safely enter the mall to reach the victims. Police continue to move through the building in teams, methodically clearing each area as they search for any sign of the suspect.
Chad, does nobody have a gun in the entire mall? Nobody is carrying or...
Out of the building. Do you have confirmation? Because we do not. Negative. Receive. We're working our search.
After multiple sweeps of the building, a horrifying reality sets in. The killer has escaped, leaving behind a Ruger 1022 rifle on the cosmetics counter. Paramedics enter to assess the victims, and 1 is taken to a local hospital. The rest are
zone.
beyond
I didn't know that was a thing.
Investigators turn to mall surveillance footage, hoping to identify the suspect and trace his movements. This haunting footage will later reveal...
I gotta keep it a stack, guys. Is there science behind this? Chat, a gun-free zone in a state that has guns, isn't that the best place for somebody with a gun to go? That's like a smurfing lobby. Nobody can even do anything.
The deadly attack inside Macy's, and with it, the chilling realization that Macy's may not have been his initial target. Meanwhile, officers systematically move from store to store, locating survivors. Throughout the night, emergency dispatchers receive a staggering 675 calls from those in hiding, witnesses, people seeking information, and families desperately trying to locate their loved ones.
My girlfriend's mom works at Macy's, and someone just told her what's going on, and I'm trying to find information for her. Her mother's name is Shayla Martin.
Shayla Martin.
Is she alive?
As survivors are evacuated, a bus arrives to transport them to His Place Community Church, the designated reunification site where anxious families wait, hoping to see their loved ones walk through the doors. But some refuse to board, unwilling to leave without knowing if their loved ones are safe.
So I have one more person who missed the bus and is missing his daughter. Was his daughter on the bus? No, she was in Macy's.
Investigators work urgently to obtain CCTV footage that will soon reveal the truth about what happened during those terrifying minutes. But before they can begin to piece together the full story, their first priority is clear: track down an unidentified killer who is still on the loose and could strike again at any moment. One witness told investigators she saw the shooter retrieve the rifle from the trunk of his car, which she described as a blue four-door sedan with a large dent in the side. Street cameras captured a similar vehicle leaving the area at the time of the shooting. By the following day, the suspect was still on the loose, leaving investigators turning to the public for help. They circulated a photo from Macy's CCTV in the media and set up a tip line, receiving more than 300 leads. Most led nowhere, but one name came up multiple times.
I feel like photos are trash. Like a screen cap is bad. Like, you know, if you had like a looping GIF of like 1 second or whatever, it'd probably give you a better idea of like, because it always
up multiple
because of the
times.
compression and shit. Like, can't see anything.
And he's got a stepbrother, and he thinks
Like a half-second looping GIF, probably better. 10 times.
I know him by just one name. It's Arjan.
Yes, perhaps can I help you?
Hi, my name's Emma, and I saw pictures on Facebook of the suspect, the shooter, and I think I might have an idea who it is.
Yeah, I don't know the gut for his own signs.
His name is Arjan Chetan, and he's from Turkey, so it's a little strange name, but it's spelled Arcan.
And what was the last name?
Chetan, Cetin.
20-year-old Arjan Chetan, who was born in Adana, Turkey, and immigrated to the U.S. at the age of 6, is now a key suspect. Detectives locate Arjan's mother, Hatice, in the hopes she can provide confirmation of his identity.
Are you aware that there was a mall shooting last night here in Burlington? I wasn't. Okay, yeah. So we have been given information that your son is the one who's responsible. So I'm sorry to just throw that on you and shock you. So that's why you're here.
But he was with us yesterday.
Hatice explains that Arjan was in Oak Harbor with her and her husband for dinner around 4 or 5 o'clock before leaving for his job at a local restaurant.
Yo, this chat, man. Stop relating people and shit to other people that like we know of and shit like that. Stop being weird. Mods, ban them or fucking give them a long ass timeout. It's fucking weird. It's weird, dude.
What he was wearing yesterday?
I don't give a fuck whether this guy is fucking whatever. I don't care what ethnic. It's fucking irrelevant in this case. Unless something is like some fucking like some race crime or hate. I don't care. I don't give a shit. It doesn't mean anything.
No, I didn't get that. I'm sorry. Thank you.
I believe like his shorts. Short and t-shirt.
Shorts and t-shirt? Okay, what color was he wearing?
I believe like a navy blue.
A navy blue?
And the t-shirt, the color was dark.
Dark? Okay.
But I don't remember what was the writing on it.
I want to show you a picture.
Okay.
And I want you to take your time and look at it. And tell me if it's your son.
That's him.
He shot and killed 5 people yesterday.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. Where did you find the gun?
I don't know. We're still looking into that. So I don't have that answer. I don't know.
And I don't know if my husband knows where he sees gun.
Arjan's stepfather, David, a retired U.S. Navy serviceman, is also shown an image of something he may recognize.
Does that .22 rifle stand out to you? It looks like my rifle.
When David checked the place where he normally stored the firearm, he discovered the .22 caliber rifle was missing and confirmed Arjan knew exactly where it was kept.
And has he shot that specific gun?
I mean, stored, buddy. I mean, there's no luck on anything. Like, I don't want to blame or anything like that, but I gotta be honest with you. Like, if it's something that's accessible, you just open up. But is there no fucking keys?
He has in the past, yes.
So he knows how to handle a .22, at least.
I've taught all my kids how to handle a gun. Plus, he was in ROTC on the shooting team.
Okay. So he knows how to do it pretty well. Okay. Has Arjun talked to you at all today?
No, I have not talked to him since he left yesterday.
Okay. What was he driving yesterday?
My wife's 2005 Chevy Cavalier.
Okay. You know what color that is?
Blue.
Okay. Anything about the car that would stand out?
It's a 4-door and both back doors are dented in.
Investigators confirmed Arjun's vehicle had a dent that was consistent with what witnesses stated. Between that and a positive identification from his photo, the shooter's identity was...
You don't lock guns in case of home intruders. That's false. That is just false. You can absolutely have a good system to where you can use your gun fast if there's a home intruder or whatever. That would make it so the gun and the lock and the key are at different places. It's not that hard, trust me. I know.
Confirmed to be Arjun. For his mother, the confirmation was devastating.
I'm in shock now. I'm sorry. I can't believe that shit. Oh my god. So, oh my god. You know what? I need to smoke. Okay. I'm gonna give you just a second before we go smoke, okay? I want you to... Can you find some tissues, please? You can go find some tissues first. Okay, that's right. Right here. I'm just gonna find you some tissue. I really like that. It's really sad. How are you? How do people say? Well, you know, I'm gonna read about my friend.
Listen to the audio.
With his identity revealed, the hunt for Arjun began. Cameras capture Arjun on the night after the attack entering a convenience store. Several minutes later, what appears to be an officer or security...
No, you can't blame the mom. I don't know what their background is. The guy's now an adult, so I'm not going to do the same thing I usually do with like children or whatever, where I'm harsh on the parents, but the fact that the dad has his shit kind of accessible like that, dude, you act like the gun is accessible in a way that it couldn't be locked and it would make a difference. Dude, the gun is already in all the way at the top of the house and in some fucking attic. Whether he had a lock and a key or not doesn't change the response time if it was a home invader. You're not getting that gun anyway. Doesn't matter. So why not lock it?
The guard enters, but finds nothing amiss. As Arjun checks out, the man behind the register has no idea he's face to face with a murderer who just took the lives of multiple innocent people. He exits the store and vanishes into the night, on his way to the highly populated city of Seattle. On September 24th, he enters the iconic Space Needle, where he casually eats lunch and enjoys the sights alongside unsuspecting tourists. Nearly 24 hours after the mall attack, Arjun returns to his apartment in Oak Harbor, where police have been conducting surveillance and place him under arrest. In the days following, Arjun is interrogated multiple times without success, answering questions with "I don't know," and often smirking at investigators.
I know I can't say. I can't say that.
It isn't until November 2nd that he finally agrees to explain what happened at the Cascade Mall and the twisted logic behind his actions.
Why Cascade Mall?
I don't know.
Because there's a lot of places. I mean, you're from Oak Harbor. There's a lot of places between Oak Harbor and Burlington.
What made the number of people?
Okay.
The mall was a big place.
Okay. And so why Macy's?
I just went in there.
And where did you go first at Cascade Mall?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
And well, I was gonna go in the theater, but the doors are one way, so you can't just walk in.
So you actually went into the theater?
Yeah.
Okay. And what did you do when you went in the theater?
Well, I went inside of theaters and looked at places that had people.
Okay. So to get into that area, can you just walk around in there, or do you have to do something?
Yeah, I bought a ticket.
Okay. You bought a ticket to actual movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna watch it. I just bought it.
Okay.
To get in the back.
This bone-chilling confession comes just 4 years after the 2012 mass shooting at a movie theater in Aurora, Colorado, where 12 people were killed in one of the deadliest attacks in U.S. history. After gaining entry to the theater by purchasing a ticket for the movie Snowden, Arjun heads to the back exit door and props it open with his cell phone, planning to return later. A man notices the phone and turns it into an employee, unaware that this simple act may have saved countless lives. One witness recalls encountering Arjun as he returned, only to find the phone was gone.
He wanted to know about his cell phone. He thought I had his cell phone. He was really aggressive, agitated, wanting to know where his cell phone was, what I had done with his cell phone, something of that effect. I mean, like, there were like 3 exchanges that I finally said something like, "Get the hell away from us, you're crazy," or something. I mean, the final time I was annoyed, and I said something like really aggressively. And then I think he turned around and like went back in toward the theater.
Surveillance footage next sees Arjun return to the kiosk, telling the female employee the phone fell out of his pocket.
And you say you worked in some theaters?
Right.
Okay. And how do you remember how many?
Like, until I found one with like plenty of people in it.
Okay. And when you say plenty of people, I mean, how many are you looking for?
The whole theater.
The whole theater?
Arjun is seen entering Theater 11 multiple times throughout the evening. Later that night, a 911 caller reported spotting a suspicious individual.
He came in, we were sitting in the back, and I was right next to the aisle, and he came in just to my right, really, like he flew open the door and ran in, and he said, "Oh," and then he stopped and turned around and ran out. And I turned to my wife, and I said, "I think he was in the wrong theater." And after everything happened, I thought maybe that it might be possibly the shooter.
Investigators determined that the 32 people in Theater Room 11 were likely his target. They also noted that the guests in this theater would have been close to exiting by the time he returned, meaning the only other theater with guests left inside would have been the children's movie playing in room number 13. Whether he would have targeted children is a question he'll soon confront, and one of many harrowing revelations yet to come.
And had they not found your phone, what would you have done?
Shot them.
Okay, where would you have shot?
In the head.
Okay, I know in the head. In their seat. So would you wait for them to come out?
In their seats.
What?
Okay. Just like to the back of their seat.
I don't get it.
So you were just gonna go down the aisle and just headshot him?
Yeah.
Just in the back?
Right.
Okay. How full was the theater?
It was just people that were more than that was in my gun.
Okay. How many people do you think in that manner, how many people do you think he could have got?
All 25 for how many holes I had.
When his plan unraveled, Arjun set out to find a new one, staking out multiple areas of the mall while his gun remained in the trunk of his car.
And then what happened next?
I drove to the Macy's side.
Okay. And then what?
Scope the place out again.
Okay. And that was through the Chuck E. Cheese?
Through Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay. And so you scope out, and kind of what's going through your mind as you're scoping out?
All the places I'm going to hit.
And so you walk through Chuck E. Cheese. Why did you pick Chuck E. Cheese?
No, I was trying to work up a nerve.
You were trying to what?
Work up a nerve.
Okay.
So,
what does that even mean?
I mean, if you would have been more people, there was more people in there.
Okay.
What does that even mean?
Children. So, because it's just children's place.
So did you have an aversion to not wanting to do that to children, or?
I didn't care.
After admitting that his presence in a children's place would be suspicious, Arjun says he then got in his car and drove around to the entrance to the women's Macy's. With unnerving clarity, he exposes the full extent of the horror he unleashed.
And so then you walk in.
See the first person.
Where did you see that person?
By some clothing racks.
Okay. And so, was that just the first person you saw, or you
first person you saw?
Okay. And what happens when you see her?
Shoot her.
Okay. You remember how many times?
2.
Okay.
Surveillance shows a young teenager shopping in the juniors' clothing section as Arjun lifts his rifle. Seconds later, she falls and disappears from view behind the clothing racks. The first sounds of gunshots were heard by several shoppers, who initially failed to recognize them for what they were.
I know he's probably lying and shit like that, but I don't buy his story. I don't buy his story. He goes to a place that was a lot of people, and another place where there's a lot of people, a bunch of people, right? And he goes to the mall. He goes to the place where nobody's around except for one person, and then he starts shooting. No, that was targeted. It had to be. I'm just saying, people are gonna hear, people are gonna run, and then he's not gonna do what he was set to do.
Popping noises, and originally I was like, oh, that's weird, fireworks are going off.
I'm saying things need to be in line with the argument. The argument was that he was trying to get a lot of people They went to the place that probably had the least people in a stack or in a mob. There's nobody.
It hit me. I was like, that's gunfire. And
Should look empty as fuck. What do you examine when he shoots?
We heard, preceding the first couple pops, there was yelling and screaming. What caught my ear the most was just the victim screaming, and it wasn't anything intelligible. It was just pretty scared screams.
Did she say anything at all, virtual?
I think he's trying to cover the fact that he was targeting women.
What about the second one?
He said, I'm sorry.
He said, I'm sorry?
Yeah. When did he say that? I'm not sure I'm late. Why did he say I'm sorry to you? I don't know.
Okay. So you shoot him in the leg, and then tell us what happens.
Falls down.
Okay, when does he say I'm sorry?
Before I shoot him, kill him.
Okay, so he's looking at you? Okay. And he says, I'm sorry. And then, after him, where do you go?
The place where the 3-1 are hanging.
The footage then captures an employee ducking behind the counter in the cosmetics section. Nearby, a woman struggles to help her elderly mother, who appears unable to run. The 3 women attempt to hide together, but tragically, Arjan discovers them. He shoots the employee as she desperately tries to crawl away, then mercilessly turns his weapon on the woman and her mother.
Do they say anything to you?
No.
Okay.
They scream or anything like that? The whole store screaming.
One witness, who was initially mistaken for a suspect due to hiding from police, had only just arrived at the mall when the shooting began.
Jeez. So tell me, what did you do immediately when you got out of the car?
White shirt, so they think it was like a flag of surrender,
okay.
right?
What did you do immediately when you got out of the car?
I walked up to the door and asked if the movies would still be open, and I said the whole mall's being closed because there's a shooting, and everybody needs to leave. And they started telling everybody to leave. Everybody started moving away from the doors, and I said, "Everybody get out of here! He's gonna go."
Where was it that the police, the state patrol, that ended up the ones that brought you here? Where did they come in contact with you? Where did they get you at?
When I was by the Corvette and pointed out my name on the license plate,
okay. They
told me to get down. That's why I kept walking around the car because I knew they knew I was in trouble.
Okay. Did you know? Okay. Well, you're okay now, Blade. You're all right now. Okay. Get control. You're doing fine, and you're okay. Did you know they were police officers?
Yeah, as soon as I seen their military.
Chat, this is a witness. This is a witness.
Rifles, I knew they were. I just didn't want them to shoot me too. Like, I was a bad guy. I wasn't bad.
While survivors struggle with emotional scars, those who lost loved ones are left grieving. Among the victims are 16-year-old Sarai Lada, a cancer survivor, 61-year-old Wilton Charles Chuck Egan, a Boeing maintenance worker, 52-year-old Shayla Martin, a Macy's makeup artist, 64-year-old Belinda Goldie, a probation officer in Snohomish County, and her mother, Beatrice Dotson, who was 95 years old. In the aftermath, a security guard recalled the moment he rushed into Macy's and saw the victims, only to later meet their families outside the mall.
I
spent 8 years as a combat medic during Vietnam and all that, and I don't want to be crass, but I know dead when I see dead. The thing that bothered me the most is I came around over by Macy's, and there was a gentleman standing there leaning up against his car, his truck. And I said, "Sir, I'm going to have to ask you, you need to leave." And he says, "Well, I can't. My wife and my mother-in-law are in Macy's shopping." And he described them. Guess who I was looking at when I walked in there? Okay. So I said, "All right, sir, I just need your name and I'll let the officers know you're here." And as I turned, I saw another gentleman, Hispanic male, smoking a cigarette. I said, "Sir, you need to leave." And he said, "F you, I'm not leaving. My 16-year-old daughter's in there shopping." And by this time, I'd already gotten wind that there was more than 2. And I just went, "Good God, these people are going home alone tonight." And there's nothing I can do. And I found I really had a problem because I had to lie to them.
The security guard recalled speaking with the employee Shayla just before her shift began.
The unfortunate thing is that just before 3, as I was coming into the security office, I did say hello to the young lady who was killed in Macy's.
You do remember
seeing her?
Interacting with
her? Absolutely. I mean, she'd sit outside, she'd smoke a cigarette and read a book. And then she'd always have, "Hi, hope you have a good day. I hope you do too." You know, and it's one of those things that you never really think twice about. But then you realize, we're only a breath away.
Investigators are on the verge of uncovering the dark impulses that fueled Arjan's rampage.
Let's hear it.
But before they do, Arjan details what unfolded after the massacre and the horrifying next steps he had in mind.
I turn my car around, pull the seat toward...
Hold on. I got food here, by the way. If you want. Fuck, I'll just go pick it up.
North.
You know, for a change, I'm gonna be nice today. I'll get the food. Give me a minute, 1 minute. You know, I'll be chill today. I'm a good guy. I got it.
Stare.
Sean, right here. Sean, right here. I swear, I'm sorry about that. I have to get like napkins and shit, you feel me? Because I'm here, man. Oh my god, you gotta give me this stair thing, dude. Come on. Read the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
I see the cops coming. I'm like, I got out of there before they, you know, put a sword even there. Did you pass cars? I passed a couple times. There was cops coming from everywhere.
With the overwhelming presence of law enforcement in Burlington, Arjan began his drive to Seattle.
I was actually going to attack Seattle on the Monday of the 25th. Okay. So if I had another gun. Okay, that was waiting Monday, because Monday, that's when my parents go off. Because I knew I was going to get caught. Mm-hmm. Just go to my parents' house, they have nothing to do with it. I was just going to get their gun. Okay. And then shoot Seattle. Anywhere in particular in Seattle you were looking at that? Pike Place.
Pike Place is a massive outdoor market with more than 220 independently owned shops and restaurants and sees thousands of visitors per day.
What drew you to Pike Place? Number of people. Okay. And how were you going to do that? My dad's told Cage.
Thankfully, Arjan was found and arrested before he could enact his deadly plan. As Arjan continues, he finally gives detectives an answer for what drove him to attack the mall.
The attack was inspired by Hawkeye. Okay.
What?
And if you like, I could pull up the magazine that they purposely run that inspired me.
Arjan shows investigators and an FBI agent a copy of the magazine, along with instructions he said he once used to create a bomb, which ultimately failed. In an interview with investigators, Arjan's ex-girlfriend Molly described the cold and detached way he once spoke about the Oklahoma City bombing, a terrorist attack which occurred in 1995.
There was a bomb that went off in a city, and it blew up the whole entire place. There was a kids' daycare in it, and there's a memorial for it.
Oklahoma City?
Yes. And I was talking about how sad it was. That's not that sad. I was like, what do you mean that's horrible? There were children. When I went in there, there was like people, like, you know, half torn up shoes of children and toys and stuff like that they show. It was like, no, somebody probably did something to deserve it. I was like, but a bunch of people that, even if one person did something horrible, why did all those people have to get blown up? Why not talk to somebody or interact with somebody? That's how you deal with it.
Dude, you got Juicer in your kick chat? Dude, when you get banned for jokes, there are certain jokes that are like not like okay, and you get banned for those. It's sent to me with Twitch chat. It's sending everywhere. Like sometimes your jokes are just too far, man. They're just too far. Like when you make like when you do links with like real people and people that's shit, whatever. Like oh this is like this guy. Like give me the name of your ban account. Okay, I'll ban you, and I'm gonna scold the mods if it's. Give me the name of your other account. I want to see it. I want to see it. Just type it. I want to see it. I want to see what this guy said. If you got banned on Kick, that's crazy. It's the same name. Wait, on Twitch? She's on her way out. I mean, the 95-year-old grandma? I mean, dude. That's a big brother. Really, dude? Really?
As the investigation unfolded, those closest to Arjun were questioned, revealing unsettling glimpses into his behavior and the early indicators of a deeply disturbed individual.
Can you describe Arjun as he's growing
I'll give him a month with like a note on his account.
up? I mean,
He's a loner. He never really had a lot of friends.
According to his mother, Arjun is diagnosed with ADHD and suspected of having autism. He also struggled with PTSD and depression, conditions she said stemmed from traumatic experiences during his childhood in Turkey.
We are having some problem with him, and he's on probation for 5 years. So isn't that he had domestic violation after he break up from first girlfriend. So he started doing some that time. We have problem with his self-control substances.
Hadije explains that the breakup took a heavy toll on Arjun, while Molly offers insight into what caused the relationship to end.
How long did you guys date?
For about 9 months.
About 9 months. And tell me about your relationship.
It wasn't very good.
What do you mean?
His dad and I were just having a conversation about politics one night, and he thought his dad was looking at me the wrong way, and he attacked his dad.
What do you mean looking at you the wrong way?
Like suggestively.
He assaulted me one night that I didn't call the cops on him when Molly was here. I was sitting on the floor in the garage talking to her, and he just hit me on the side of the head for no reason.
Documents obtained by investigators confirm that Arjun was arrested and charged with 2 counts of domestic violence after assaulting his own parents.
Was he ever that way with you? Okay, tell me about that.
He would grab my arm and I'd have bruises at work.
According to interviews with people who knew him, Arjun engaged in relationships with both males and females, including the mother of one of his high school friends. Past partners revealed that he was gentle with men, but tended to be extremely rough and sometimes violent with women. In his senior year of high school, Arjun was arrested in 2015 for assault with sexual motivation.
Hey, yo. I told it ahead of time, did I not? Him going to Macy's and the way he was doing it and all that? I'm telling you.
After he inappropriately touched 2 female students. Molly's next revelation is among the most unsettling details.
He told me after we broke up that he does not.
Like, sexually?
Yeah, and it's a boy talk.
According to Molly, this was one of the many reasons she decided to end their relationship right after New Year's, 9 months prior to the shooting. After their breakup, Molly says Arjun continued to text her, creating multiple accounts which she would continuously block.
Bro, this has been one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard on any of these videos ever. That is most demonic, dirty shit I've ever seen.
Investigators learned Arjun was blocked on Facebook by 56 users, most of them females.
After I broke up with him.
Whoa.
Blocked on Facebook by 56 users,
What?
most of them females.
After I broke up with him, he messaged me on Facebook and told me he was going to come down here and rape me.
Okay.
And kill me.
That's
and anybody that got in their way.
As more details emerge, investigators press Arjun for answers about his past.
You're very skilled with a gun. Did you ever play games growing up?
Mario and stuff.
Okay. Like, okay, so like when I played, it was cops and robbers, but now they no, they now they have video games and all.
No, I play tag and stuff.
Okay, but what about video games? Playing that?
What a shit line of questioning. What a leading, dumbass, shit fucking... What a waste of police force and time. Dude. You can easily get to an answer of what inspired him in what ways without pointing directly at that. At that point, dude, the guy might shut down and fucking derail this conversation.
Yeah.
What a stupid line of questioning.
Battlefield.
Okay. Which?
Call of Duty.
Oh, Call of Duty. Okay.
A former friend who used to play video games with Arjun later recalled concerning behavior during their sessions.
He's very violent in how he talks, like on Xbox.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you how it is, chat. This is not worrying. This is what people had. 90% of people who had Xbox, this is what their library looked like. Like, what?
How so? Like when we would like start a game or something and we were like having a good time and there'd be like a countdown, it'd be like 3, 2, 1, and then you could just like see him like shooting in the air, like running in front, being like Allah Akbar, like saying something stupid like that.
He'd say that?
Yeah, he would say stuff like that and we would just laugh, and it wasn't like, I don't know, I see like lots of the media is like saying that he was a terrorist and all this stuff, and like that was definitely not true, I don't think.
What would you say to somebody who watched the video and said, you know what? You moved swiftly and accurately through Macy's just like you were dominating Call of Duty. What would your response to them be?
What?
Play Call of Duty, yeah. It wasn't bad.
What is this man saying, chat? What is this man saying in this video?
Smooth.
Because there are certain researchers out there that would say that playing first-person shooter video games prepare you for...
I read things on Facebook that said that. I think it's the stupidest thing.
Yeah.
How come? Because it's fun. Al-Qaeda kills people. You don't kill people through Call of Duty.
I'm trying to understand why you decided to walk into Macy's with a rifle and shoot people.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Just because you wanted to kill people. You know, that doesn't make you a terrorist. That just makes you a murderer.
As Arjun sticks to his story, the tension begins to boil over.
Nope.
What were you mad at?
Could you?
Don't pull that shit up. I'm just tired of listening to you go into your stories about I can't answer that, I can't. You can't. You just don't want to. So if religious judgment,
who?
A church the religious guy.
Well, this guy is such... Why does he lead so hard? Like, this guy's cooperating, and then he does this, like, cool bad cop skit where he's, like, leading the fucking suspect in dumbass ways, going fucking nowhere. Like, dude, there's better ways to go about this.
True believer who looked at you and said, I am sorry. Basically said, I forgive you for what you do right before you put a bullet in his head. What did you feel? When Shayla Martin is crawling for her life, and you shoot the Catherine Street and shoot her
in the back.
And then when
Okay, call me crazy. I feel like this point is you guys almost playing it out for the camera. Like, for this and everything. It's just what it is. That's why I'm sorry. This is just my random, uneducated guess.
Diamond, 5 years old, sitting with her teeth shielded by her 67-year-old mother, Belinda Garza, or Belinda Gawley. What are you feeling?
She murdered them.
Why? You can sit and say nothing and let everybody on YouTube and the Facebook world and everything else paint a picture of this evil, sick person, or you can choose to tell your story.
Arjun leaves the interrogation room unwavering in his claim that the attack was an act of terrorism inspired by Al-Qaeda. But 3 weeks later, he returns with a different story, this time ready to reveal the true motivations behind his horrifying act of violence. His new confession, however, is soon followed by an admission that lays bare the logic behind his actions and hints at a deeply disturbed mindset.
I was kind of angry.
What were you angry about?
Just life. Just...
You don't seem like an angry guy.
No. Just work and school.
Everything kind of stacking up.
Yeah.
So tell us everything that was stacking up.
I had to talk to my dad. He was like, "You're kind of not ready for college. You got the financial stuff. Buy a bunch of bills. You got to pay bills and push everything by." So it kind of threw me off a little.
So I can totally get why that would frustrate somebody and why that would make you angry. But then, what was going to the mall gonna fix?
I don't know. Just that was just a plan of mine. That was for anything special.
After the mall incident, a former co-worker.
But that's like the basis of life, though, and people notice that very early on. You survive, try to have a little bit of fun until you die. It's not that complicated. What do you think people did way before? Like, brother, the whole point was to only survive, and even then they were struggling doing only that. Like, dude, even though right now the state of things isn't the greatest, it's probably one of the best we'll have in terms of everything, modern medicine, everything. Like, dude, stop acting like it's way harder for you. Like you're special. Like, dude, a lot of people struggle like this. They don't kill people. A lot of people struggle like this, and they'll go out and fuck their dog, buddy.
Recalled Arjan once saying he planned to commit a mass shooting, loud enough for others to hear. What seemed like a joke then now stands out as a glaring warning for what was to come.
And Arjan is just sitting like this, staring at the table and going, "Man, I still haven't shot anyone." And I think it was right when a shooting happened too. Like, some shooting somewhere happened. He was like, "That's crazy how some people can do that. Like, what makes them want to do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know, right?" And then all of a sudden he was like, "I wonder if I could do that. Like, I still haven't shot anyone yet." And I was just like, "No, yeah, don't think about it." He's like, "Nah, I'm really starting to think about it. Like, I have everything for it." And I was like, "Okay, dude, you do you." I didn't actually believe, like, that would happen. I was like, but it was easy to believe when it did happen because of that.
Chat, if that was a child that you can understand, chat, guys, none of this is actionable. None of this, like, a lot of these videos play out and they're always a question mark, whatever, right? Like, this guy is guilty of something. Buddy, you report something like this, the police doesn't do fucking nothing at any turn. They don't do fucking nothing. If anything, this coworker is gonna get fucking killed. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what are they gonna do?
Did you enjoy it?
A little bit.
What about it did you enjoy?
Just the killing part. What about the killing part? Just putting bolts in the... Yeah, it was pretty exciting.
Tell me about that excitement. Tell me about what's going on in your body.
There's a rush.
There's a rush.
I don't know if it sounds like it.
Yo, also his dad failed society. This guy was what, convicted of like DV and shit like that, a violent person or whatnot, and he had unsecured weapon in the house. Sorry, he's also at fault. I don't give a fuck about it when he says that. That should never happen. This guy couldn't even register to get a gun. He could not even get a gun by himself. Like this dad's like, "Oh yeah, this guy's going over." Crazy.
Have you ever experienced anything else that gave you that kind of rush? No.
So when did the rush start for you?
The first person. Or, well, no, taking
or stepdad, sorry, whatever the fuck. I don't know, sorry.
Out, that's when the adrenaline goes, yeah.
And then you're like, game on.
Game on.
I think jihad or terrorism is the icing on the cake. Is that?
Makes sense? Yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
That just adds to it.
Yeah.
So when you're looking for that level of fame and fortune, where the president knows your name, the president knows who Arjan in Little Oak Harbor, Washington is. The governor knows who Arjan is. All these people across the nation, Fox News in New York knows who Arjan is. All these people know who Arjan is. Well, then if you want to add, let's throw a little jihad in. That's just icing. But really, jihad has nothing to do with this. Does it?
No.
Nope. And there is the grin.
In the months that followed, Arjan wrote 4 very long letters, including one to his mother that were about killing staff and inmates, eating people, and serial killers, and his own killings. In one, he writes, "I have no regret. Killing people is fun." According to multiple news sources, he was later charged with 5 counts of aggravated first-degree murder. However, on April 16th, 2017...
Also, when he was young, he fucking touched fucking people at school, whatever. Dude. I can't.
20-year-old Arjan
He should
Chetney
have
was
gotten
found
disciplined, I'm gonna say.
unresponsive in his jail cell after taking his own life. 2 notes were found in his cell, one which included a list of notorious killers, Dylan Roof, Ted Bundy, and Timothy McVeigh, who perpetrated the Oklahoma City bombing. Other messages read, "Don't want to spend life in prison," and "I want the death penalty. Life here is miserable." In the aftermath of the shooting, the community established a temporary memorial at the Cascade Mall. Tanya Young, Shayla's daughter, established a memorial scholarship in her mother's name called the Shayla K. Martin Scholarship.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna take my own life because life is miserable. Buddy, you went to the one place that can't get better when you had all the opportunities before to make it better when life was already miserable. Oh, this is so miserable. I'm gonna go in a place that's even more miserable, that has no chance of getting better. Like, the logic doesn't make any sense.
Mall temporarily
This
closed
is just
during
stupid.
the COVID pandemic and was rebranded as the Burlington Gallery when it reopened in 2024. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light.
Yeah, because this guy's a pussy and he knows what he's doing. And he doesn't want to stand on business about what it was his motives or whatever. Because that will make him lesser and look a certain way that will make him kind of lose traction on what his actual cause is. Because if he's like an incel misogynist guy or whatever, then his actual thing kind of loses value in his own eyes and he's too ego to fucking just say it how it is. Anyway.